Film I enjoy that you never know what's going to happen. It's the mystery. I like the narrative when everything starts happy, but then paranormal things start to happen. I prefer the slasher type of film because there's always aggression and violence.
I like horrors because of the thrill it gives you.
The jump scares, so I quite like a really tense atmosphere, and out of nowhere a big jump scare.
I like horrors because they make me jump and make me feel on edge.
Well, my favourite subgenre of horror is probably like paranormal, because I like the idea that you don't know what's causing it and that kind of mysteriousness. And I also like the feeling that you get, to, like the adrenaline and the shocked and the scaredness kind of feeling.
The like thrill you get
Yeah,
when it
the
scares you.
kind of like the shock
Yeah.
factor.
I think they're really scary and they're nice to watch.
See a plot twist. You think something's going to happen, but in fact something else happens.
I like watching paranormal horrors because I find it really freaky.
Well, I like to hear tense music, which will lead to really tense environments that when something does happen, it's really more terrifying. And then when it does, you want lots of like gore and blood and things just to add to the effects of the humour afterwards.
I want to see gore.
Well, I like to see something that I can't necessarily explain. So something that may be real, but in some cases is not real. So like vampires, werewolves, ghosts, demons, that kind of thing.
You know, stuff that makes you jump, not stuff that makes
Like
you
spooky kind of.
The lots of jumping and like scary things.
Watching horror films, I'm always waiting for something to happen. It puts me on the edge.
Watching a horror, I like to feel like tense, like what's going to happen next.
To horror, I want to feel like suspended in the action and then have a shock and then be able to laugh at it afterwards. I think being able to laugh about the fact that all of you and all your friends have jumped up in scariness has resulted in it being funny.
And the build-up of the tension in a film.
No. I want to feel scared because I think the whole point of the horror genre is to make you scared, and I think that's what people like about it. They like to feel scared, they like to feel shocked, they like to feel like on the edge of their seat.
Like
Terrified.
the suspense is like building up and you don't know what's going to happen, like you can't guess it.
I want to have an adrenaline rush, so I want to be scared and out of nowhere.
Anyway, I like the film Scream because there's always something that's going to happen that changes the whole scene.
Snow is probably the worst film I've ever seen because it's just so scary. It's about like zombies.
Okay, so the worst horror I ever watched was The Woman in Black, because although there was lots of suspense and it was absolutely terrifying, I didn't think that you could laugh about the horror afterwards. It was really serious the whole way through. Whereas my favourite was probably one of the many Final Destination films, where you have this suspense and you know they're going to die, but you're just waiting for it to happen. And when it does, it's really quite spectacular, and then that you're able to really laugh about.
The Purge because it could be real. Good one.
The best horror film that I've watched is Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, because even though there weren't many scary parts to it, the parts that were scary really stuck in my mind, and I really enjoyed the fact that I was on the edge of my seat, and I liked that. The worst horror film I've ever watched is The Blair Witch Project, because it was really boring and it wasn't really scary. Like, the ending was really bad because nothing really happened. You were just always expecting something to happen and then it just never did.
Black, because it made me jump quite a lot and there was a nice story behind it.